Hi, hi, hi. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Trust you're fine. And want to say a big welcome to everyone who has made our time to be here. Please, could you just tell us what state you're joining us from? And probably you could go to your WhatsApp group and your integration group and tell everyone that we are here and live. If you're not here, you're missing out. We are here and live. The program has started and we are here and live. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in this place, if you're not here, please can you go back and tell your guys we are waiting for them to join us online. We're here and nobody's literally here. We're waiting for everyone. The digital onboarders slash digital literacy champions virtual integration session. So thank you so much for joining from AKT. Thank you to Bear Fyong. Thank you so much for joining from AKT. Can we have other persons? We're going to just have a musical interlude from probably for a few seconds while we expect other persons to join in. But you could just screenshot these and send it to your WhatsApp group and get your core members, your colleagues to join in the session. I want to say thank you once again, Tube, for joining the session. Tube, how's service here and how's camp been? How's camp been to you? Hope camp has been coming forth well and you are actually learning a whole lot, right? So, Tube, if you can hear me, can I hear your response from the chat box? All right. So please, once you're joining us, just tell us where you're joining us from. Tell us the state you're joining us from. Um, how has camp also been to you? It's a very good one. We get to hear stuff like this from you to know how you've been coping with camp. Is it a new experience? And is this something you would want to give it a trial again? If you're being asked to go to camp again, camp for orientation, I know I say camp, will you want to give it a trial? Right? If you wouldn't want to give it a trial, let's get to know in the chat session. While we still expect those joining from other states, please let's populate the states, populate the chat box with the state we are joining from. So you could just put on a small smile and oh, I'm joining from so state. Oh, beautiful. I can see Abraham joining from FCT. Beautiful. I can also see Raymond joining from Kano. Beautiful. We are all actually pulling up. We are pulling up. Can we actually send the same messages to our WhatsApp group and tell them the integration sessions have started? It has started. It has started. Please, can we actually tell us what's camp like for you? How are you coping? Is this something you would want to give it a trial again or a no? A no. So once you're joining the session, tell us where you're joining us from so we get to know how many states is with us as we speak. Right? Without further ado, we're just going to give some few minutes for our guys to join all over so we know that we are not alone in this place. Beautiful. Thank you, Precious, for joining us all the way from Bauchi. Bauchi. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get our guys joining us from other states? Let's know if you're repping your state. Right. Beautiful. We also have Akin Damola joining us all the way from Cross River. Cross River, beautiful. All right. Okay. From FCT, we have Cherish. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm joining from FCT Abuja camp. All I can say is mixed emotions. Do camp again? Nah, I think this one experience is enough. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Cherish, for that response. Right, right. I know some other persons will want to join us. We also want to experience camp, but for Cherry, she says no. She's not doing again. She's This is enough for her. Thank you so much, Salamaha, joining us all the way from Oyo State. Thank you. We have Ruth joining us from FCT. Beautiful. We have Solomon joining us all the way from Ebonyi State. Thank you so much for joining. Please do us well to go to your WhatsApp group. Tell your guys that the session has started and we can't wait for them. We can't actually wait for them. This session promises to be enlightening. This session promises to be very, 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 very interesting. Thank you so much, Simeon, for joining from FCT. I think FCT is taking the lead here. FCT is taking the lead here, right? Okay, we're going to be having a 1 minute break, and that 1 minute break, we should use that to have more of our guys to join in the session. Thank you, Friday, for joining from Bayelsa, all the way from Bayelsa. Thank you, thank you. A 1 minute break. Thank you.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Thank you so much. I hope you're motivated. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining once again. My name is Auditor David Mayowa. I am the National Project Coordinator for Digital Onboarders CDS / Digital Literacy CDS. Mind the Gap is powering this CDS. I want to say a big thank you to the Executive Director of Mind the Gap in person of Mr. Tayo Oloshunde. Thank you so much in your absentia. We want to say thank you for your relentless work in seeing that the youth of Nigeria are actually active. To see that everyone is very, very unique and making use of their unique talent in their community. And we want to say thank you so much for betting this vision and all you do. We also want to say a big thank you to all our partners, and we want to say thank you to all the licensing officers of Mind the Gap and everyone who is making this event, making the CDS move. For the past 15 years, Mind the Gap has been existing. I want to say thank you to everyone who has been part of this vision in one way or the other. As you're joining us from all your states, we want you to represent your states. Just tell us where you're joining us up from and tell us what are your expectations from this orientation. We are having this virtual orientation because we want you, wherever you are, not to sit down and assume everything is all right. You have to play a part. And that is why we have Digital Onboarders CDS and we have Digital Literacy for All CDS. It is a CDS that is one that you have to put in something. You have to put in your work to ensure that you don't remain the same way. Without further ado, we're going to have the national anthem. And after that, we're going to have the main deal for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the national anthem? At the count of 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Please, can we put our hands together, our virtual hands together, to say thank you to Nigeria for betting us in this country. We want to say a big thank you to everyone who has made our time to be here. Please, can we reach out to our guys in our WhatsApp group, our integration group, and tell them the meeting has started. If you're not here, you're missing out. We are opportune to have the executive director of Mind the Gap, Mr. Tayo Oloshunde, in the house. Please, can we celebrate? Can we welcome Mr. Tayo Oloshunde to the podium? Our mentor, the founder of Mind the Gap, and the visionary of the CDS. We want to say thank you so much, sir, for this vision. We are grateful. Thank you for all you do for Nigerian youth. It's an opportunity, and we don't take it for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to welcome Mr. Tayo out of his busy schedule. He's here. We want to say thank you, sir, and we are open for your opening remarks. Thank you, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, Mayowa. This is very excellent. And Coppers, this is just very excellent. I'm happy that against all odds, we were able to kind of come into your view. This is one of the things that has sustained us at Mind the Gap for 15 years. We are very resilient. We're very resilient. We are able to kind of identify challenges and surmount it, while others are quick to talk about what is not working. One of the things that have become like our MO, which is modus operandi, is we look at challenges and we ask ourselves, what can we do to make it better? And that is one of the things that has actually helped us. And I'm glad we're having this conversation today as a way of more like kind of, overcoming what will have initially been an obstacle, which is the inability for the trainers to be with you physically in camp. And we now decided to kind of leverage technology to still deliver on the same thing, arguably that, you needed to actually be aware of, so a big hand clap for the coordinator, our national coordinator, Mr. David, Mr. Mayowa, who, with his team conceptualizes, and today we're here. I don't know how many of you are on this call, if somebody can just help me. But one thing I want to guarantee, if it's just only 2 people, if it's just only 3 people, if it's 10, 20, 100, 1,000 of you that are on this call, one of the things I've learned is that it's better to actually have people who are willing and desirous than to actually pull a whole lot who are unwilling, who are not ready, even into a program. So what am I supposed to do here today? Basically is to, number one, is to give you a charge, right? As all the other things you're going to be looking into today, to just give you generally like a charge, something that you can hold on to, which particularly for me was one of the things that I have been doing for, like I said, 15 years, is to really let you know that against all odds, no matter the challenge, no matter the complexity, no matter whatever that you might be going through that doesn't seem in line with what you have already planned or what you think what's going to be, trust me, what makes you very, very properly defined is your ability to pivot beyond just the limits of your immediate environment. I say there are 2 types of people on this call, and generally there are 2 kinds of people around you, and you need to be sensitive. I did a little bit of psychology in my 100 level in my first degree, and if you study psychology, there are 2 types of thinkers. They are what we call linear thinkers and complex thinkers. Linear thinkers are people who just think that 2 + 2 is always 4. Yeah, 2 + 2 is 4. That's the linear thinking. Oh, immediately I get into this. You expect things to be the way they are envisioned it. Those are linear thinkers. They plan and they assume that their plan is going to work the way they have planned it. Those are linear thinkers. They look at people and they assume everybody should be clapping for them. Those are linear thinkers. They assume that what they want will always come onto their laps because they want it. Those are linear thinkers. You think that every single thing just work the way you design. You just assume things should work. So you speak to somebody in a positive way, the person gave you back in a negative way. So you assume it was not meant to be. Then you look into yourself. Those are linear thinkers who are very arithmetical in their thinking. But when you begin to move to become like complex thinker, people who realize that a career, for example, is not a straight line, who recognize that life is meant to be complex. They expect challenges to come in every single thing they do, and they realize that that challenge is going to be what's going to help them to gather momentum to move on. They look at the Nigerian situation, say things are tough, but the complex thinker says, okay, guess what? It is only when things are tough that even the champion rises. Those are complex thinkers. People are not just thinking, oh, I have this plan, it should work this way. They are strategic thinkers. There are people that know that for every well-articulated plan you have, there is a difference between a plan and a strategy, right? There are people that can do what we call the SWOT analysis. They understand they have strength. Their strength is theirs. They understand they have weakness. They are meant to manage their weaknesses. They understand their opportunities. No matter how complex the country looks, the opportunities abounds, and they realize that they are threats. These are people who are sensitive. They are like, I'm a Christian. They are like people that Jesus said, watch and pray. They are watchful. They are tactical. They are people who are always envisioning, not that they suspect any other person, but they just realize that I don't assume everybody's going to be nice to me because I just want them to be nice. They realize that that person I'm expecting will be nice to me also has a need. My job to provoke favor from that person is to ensure that I equally am able to overwhelm the person to help the person achieve his or her goal. It might be your employer, it might be your customer, it might be your schedule officer, it might be anyone, it might even be your country. Do something that will amaze the person you want to get favor from. Then favor will become something that comes to you naturally, right? So I want to challenge you as you go into your service here. Mind the Gap is a platform where we teach you about complex thinking. We want to get you into enter this faculty between your ears and actually make it sweat. Don't just be linear thinkers. People who just believe in freebies. No, we don't like people like that. We are mind the gap. We believe that things sometimes get complex, and we jump into it when it's complex and we begin to look for solution. We don't complain in mind. We don't complain about Nigeria. We don't complain about our government. All we want to say is, hey, government is unable to do this. What can we do differently? All right. So I want to challenge you as you come to Mind the Gap. Enter into this mindset, because we normally say Mind the Gap is not just a company, it's a mindset, it's a lifestyle, it's the way you think, it's the way you live, it's seeing opportunity in every complexity, being the one that's helping others to actually succeed. If you want to really be super successful, the fastest way is to help others to succeed. All right? So it's my hope that all of you are on this call today, and those that are going to watch this video, you will enter into that complex thinking structure, because you can't do otherwise in Nigeria today. You have to be complex thinkers, right? And it doesn't mean that you are a geek but just don't give up anytime we face obstacles. Obstacles will come, challenges will come, but don't be the one that throw up your hands and say, you know what, it is fight or flight. There is a third model that's called fortune. The natural response of all human beings to challenge is either fight or flight. Flight is when you see a challenge, you run away from it. Fight is when you see a challenge, you say, come on, I'm born for this, right? What is the solution here? And an attempt to continue to fight with that solution. If you get creative and innovative, just like this government is trying to be, you will realize that inside your fight, an innovative fight, is fortune. Because everyone has designed anything amazing and successful today. There were people who were fighting the situation. At Mind the Gap, we decided to fight the concept that Nigerian youth are not employable. Because when I had that one severally in my background in HR, in my background in banking, when I was in software development, I had it Nigerian youth are not employable. And I'm like, no, I can't run away because Nigerian youth are not employable. I am going to do what? I am going to fight this. And a few of us came together. 15 years down the line, we are still fighting, and we are winning, and we have success stories all over the world who say, because of what you did, I am a better person. So I want to challenge every one of you to enter into that complex mindset. Be a strategic thinker. Be a policypreneur. Be a socialist. Be an entrepreneur. Be the kind of person that is helping your employer to solve problems, not just waiting to be paid a salary or welfare. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to hearing all the amazing stuff you guys are going to do during your service here. Thank you very much, Maiwa. Over and out.
Thank you. We are very, very great. Guys, can we just say thank you to Mr. Tayo for finding out time to be here? Come on, are you encouraged? Come on, are you motivated? If you're motivated, you are encouraged, please can we say thank you to Mr. Tayo? Thank you so much, Mr. Tayo, for finding out time to be here. We are very grateful. We say thank you for all you do for us. Thank you for always believing in us. Thank you so much for being a mentor, an icon. Thank you for always being there. We are very, very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are saying thank you in the chat box, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to actually move ahead, and we have a whole lot for us to understand, for us to actually key into the mission. Don't forget, you either fight or flight. You either choose one. And here in Mind the Gap, we don't fly, we fight. We fight. We make sure we find it happen. We make sure we make it happen. So we don't see impossibilities, we see possibility. Thank you so much, sir, for inculcating that habit in us. We are very, very grateful. Don't be a linear thinker, be a complex thinker. If you didn't take anything out of the conversation, ensure you're a complex thinker. Don't always find the easy way. Actually find it. Make sure you find it. You find the solution. When it's not even good, you can make it happen. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, those words you've given to us is one that will stay with us for a lifetime. Thank you, sir. And moving on to the next thing, we have to go into the mission and vision of the CDS. Mission and vision of the CDS. And what we have as a mission and vision of the CDS is to accelerate inclusive digital transformation in our communities for individuals and business. Inclusive digital acceleration in the digital transformation in our communities for the individuals and businesses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the bigger version of what we have. So we move into different projects with this mindset, moving to accelerate inclusive digital transformation, be it digital Onboarders CDS, be it DL for all. What we are trying to do, and our vision is to ensure that we help everybody, both the young, the old. We help them to accelerate digital transformation in our communities for individuals. Could be businessmen, it could be individuals, so enterprises, it could be artisans and all. We want to accelerate them. We want to help them accelerate digital transformation. We want them to embrace the digital space. So many of us are taking inclined, so many of us are not taking inclined. Here we are saying that we want everybody to be involved. How do we get them to involve? This leads us to the mission of the CDS. The mission of the CDS. The mission of the CDS. Now, the first thing we have in our minds as the mantra is to be the best CDS, the best NYSC CDS you can ever find. We tell you for free, and we are not using our mouth to just blab, but we can tell you the activities Digital Onboarders CDS and DL for all CDS is doing is already an institution that is already a structure that stands the test of time. We have different institutions that will make you either employable or get a white-collar job or go for your studies abroad or study in Nigeria too. So we are in for you. This mission is to ensure that the CDS is the best CDS. How do we get these CDS to be a best CDS? One, to provide great opportunity to instill problem-solving skill. Problem-solving skill. You remember Mr. Tayo said, you either fight or you fly. Now, this is where the problem-solving skill comes in. You need to fight for you to actually identify solutions to problem in your host community, in the core members as they engage with their host community. Now, you could go to your host community. There are definitely going to be problems of probably transformation, transportation, problems of probably no water, problem of probably no education. And that is why we spoke about the topic policypreneur. Which of the SDGs, which of the policies are you aware of that aligns with the vision and what you want to provide? This is where we are talking about different things that Mind the Gap is already doing and what the CDS is actually doing through project-driven activities. Now, there is something called personal CDS project. there is something called group CDS project. And this is why we're talking about project-driven activities. How do we talk about project-driven activities? Identify a problem in your community and bring up a solution by reaching out to, we have a team of people who lead and guide you to be able to identify those problems, make it a solution, and make it worthwhile. And that is where we are going to go into the activities which we have. But before then, we also offer value to the host communities. We believe that when we go to the host communities, we don't just go there because we want to go there. We go there because we are solution providers. We go there because we are definitely going there to make a mark that we what even when we are no longer there, those solutions we've provided would actually speak volume when we are no longer there. Fellow corp members, NYC, and also all institutions worldwide, what we are saying here is our mission is to provide problem-solving skills, in all of our core members to engage their host community through project-driven activities. They offer value to their host community, fellow core members, NYSC as an institution, and the nation as large. Ladies and gentlemen, if this mission and this vision has not actually instigated something hidden in you, then I think it is always going to be very important you listen to the objective, you listen to the activities we have for the CDS. Now we're going straight into the activities the CDS has. We have so many activities to make sure everyone make the most of their service here. I used to remember when Mr. Tayo would tell all of the core members that are ESCOs, national ESCOs, and ESCOs in their state, say something and say, whatever you're able to do in your host community, whatever you're able to do by managing core members, you can include that in your CV, and you're already a liable asset to any organization you're going to be working for. Because what we instill in you are capacities, abilities for you to be competent, for you to actually know how to communicate, and for you to be committed. Ladies and gentlemen, the mandate of Digital Onboarders CDS / DL for all CDS is a community development service group that enables Nigerian youth, businesses, and communities to get equipped for the digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what discipline you have studied, no matter what you're doing at the moment, no matter what skills you have, you are contributing in one way or the other to the digital economy. Either you're contributing in the positive way or you want to contribute in the other way. But we believe everyone in the CDS, everyone who has actually identified this organization as a body they want to belong to, are going to contribute and is already contributing to the digital economy in a positive way. This objective, their objective, which includes both the limited adopting geographical communities, but with where we assist them. Now, firstly, one of the projects we are doing, the digital onboarders are doing presently, is the on the job. We serve as mentors to youth, not in education, not in employment, and not in training. What we do is to assist them to identify a self-career discovery and also basic digital marketing skills. Also, to guide these mentees to finish their certification and vocational training and help them to be job ready. I remember one thing Mr. Tayo always say. He say it's not by the certificate, it's about the certificate. What can you do? What can you do? This is what we are doing, and this is what we are working with the youth not in education, the secondary school dropout, the university dropout. This is what the core members, yourself and myself, put our heads together to contribute to the lives of those ones who couldn't make it to tertiary institution, because most of them are very lucrative. Ladies and gentlemen, the next one we have here is to inspire and engage 60 annually secondary school students in their host community to learn how to make the most of the web, online safety, and establish clubs in school. Now, how do we do this? We include something called school adoption. School adoption is one of the institutions we have in our CDS, cut across all of the nations, where we have these guys. The core members go to schools to sensitize secondary school students on online safety aside of online safety, to also ensure that they make use of the gadgets and the devices properly, not using it for the wrong things. And now, how for them to be safe online, right? So we call that an institution in our CDS, which is called school adoption. And under the school adoption, we push what we call digital literacy, online safety. This is one thing we've been doing over and over again, and it is ongoing. Just last week, we have in Oyo State, we had two school adoption where the students in the schools were sensitized on leadership, on online safety, and so on and so forth. Now, we also have what we call GMB. GMB, we ensure that every core member is an institution in the CDS. Actually, what we do is we help small scale businesses to help them to be more visible online. And here you can see that we put 10 businesses on Google profile businesses. What we do is that we ensure we go to small scale businesses around our vicinities to onboard them and bring them to give them more visibility online through Google. Now, these are also part of the things we do for the digital economy. Now, when we told you before now to make you have the best of your service here, we knew what we were saying, because with these activities, you're already getting indebted. You're already getting more improved with the skills you already have. Going forward, we also have what we call hackathon. We have a hackathon project where we identify problems in our host communities and we bring digital solution to those communities. How do we do this? We ensure that we go to like, for example, you want to look at places like Benue State. You want to see that they've not been able to harness those foods. People cannot go to Benue and just get food easily. Guys in Digital Onboarders CDS can come together, bring up a hackathon competition, create a website, create something Mr. Tayo called aggregators, where you can just go to those platforms and you can see everybody selling orange. You can see everybody sewing clothes. You can see everybody doing anything that they are doing, artisans in one way or the other. And you're providing a solution to those communities digitally. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you are inspired. If you are following me, please, can I see in the chat box? Can I see in the chat box if you're following and you're getting motivated with what we are saying? Now, don't forget, when we are also onboarding businesses, we can't find them. We can't actually find them. So what we're saying here is we have a couple of activities that the CDS is having, and you don't want to be left out. You really don't want to be left out. We have national CDS meeting every second Thursday of every month. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're under the sound of my voice, you wouldn't want to miss it. I tell you, you wouldn't want to miss it. We already have a very packed up speakers for next week Thursday, because next week Thursday is going to be our national CDS meeting. You don't want to miss it, because what will be discussed, man, you don't want to miss it. I wouldn't want to let the cat out of the bag until you see the flyer, until you see this communication flying out. You would actually testify yourself. We have with us here our facilitators, our program managers for some of the projects we are doing. We have a project called Deep. This program is coined for your good and for my good. Why? Because we identify that we want you to identify a digital skill that you will learn. All through your service here, we're going to be taking you through these courses. And I would call up the project manager for the Deep program to come up on stage to tell us about the Deep program. Very quickly, you're going to be inspired, and the link for the WhatsApp group, the link for the information, and most of the things will be displayed. Ladies and gentlemen, identify a digital career, because we are going to be welcoming Madam Lucas Dio to tell us more about the Deep program. The Deep program is one that is ongoing. We have over 1,000 people who are actually studying as we speak, and over 5 courses. I think she will do justice to that question. She will do justice to that program. Please, let's make welcome Miss Lucas Dio as she comes up on stage.
All right. Yes, it's actually a very beautiful opportunity being here, talking to wonderful and very goal-getters who have committed themselves to put one or two knowledge in addition to whatever they have acquired before. All right. So, yes, like Mayowa has earlier said, we, the Digital Onboarders CDS group, are actually after you having an additional skill, a digital skill that stands you out of the crowd. Everybody knows the employment sector is already almost saturated, but how do you differentiate yourself? So that brings us to the program we have, which is called the DEEP program. Now, the DEEP program is actually coined as Digital Economy Employability Program, and it is actually targeted towards core members, where you have the opportunity of utilizing your 1 year, utilizing it in the sense that you are able to gain an additional knowledge to the one prior that you have gained, either from your universities, say polytechnic, just name it. So this 1 year, it is advisable that you take opportunity of our program, that is the DEEP program. Now, this DEEP program is actually one of the vision of it is to empower individuals with the digital skill, knowledge, and opportunities needed for you to be able to strive in an evolving digital economy. Everybody knows that the digital economy is now the oil well, and it will do you a lot good. Yes, I say that it will do you a lot good by differentiating yourself, picking one, two, or even a maximum of three digital skills. Why do you need to do that? To foster your inclusive growth and for you to be ready, to be future ready for the work ahead of you. Now, everybody knows no employer wants to employ just anybody if you don't have anything peculiar that stands you out. So the DEEP program offers corp members the opportunity to, in addition to whatever knowledge they have gained in the 4 walls of the university, to pick up a digital skills. And out of the programs that we have been able to divide it into different courses tailored towards your own interest. You can choose from whichever of these courses that aligns with your goals, with your vision, with your aspiration. Now, out of these courses, we have the likes of cloud computing, we have data science, we have data analysis and visualization, we have the front-end development, we also have Microsoft access. Yes, for an instance, maybe you have forgotten or you want to just brush up your computer skills. Yes, you can actually pick up that. And then from that, you can navigate to other courses, other aspects of the courses that you now tend to choose much later in your career line. Also, the objective of the digital skill under the DEEP program is to actually bridge the gap by providing accessible and innovative industry relevant training programs, say mentorship, say resources that enhances of employability and entrepreneurship in the digital economy. Yes, I say the digital economy, enabling individuals to achieve their professional goals and contribute to economic resilience while collaborating with stakeholders to create sustainable career paths for diverse community. You as a core member in your community, what skill would you be able to pass on to somebody in your community who looks up to you? That is why it is in your best interest to pick up a program, to pick up a course rather. Also, in addition to these courses, we also have the cybersecurity, we have front-end development, we also have the UI UX design, we have the product design, we have product management. So you see, it's not actually limited to just a particular type of course. Yes, you have variety of these courses that you can actually pick from. You can choose from. In fact, I usually say it that instead of limiting yourself to just one particular digital skill, why don't you just diversify? Yes, pick a whole lot of them. And then from there, you can now sit down all by yourself and channel your career to the one that really suits you, and then in the end it will now be a win-win thing. You win, I win, and the digital economy is actually what becomes a whole lot of winners. Okay, also part of the program, the courses that we have is also we have the DevOps, we have animation. Yes, it's not limited to only animation. We have game development as well, and then we have also have the software engineering. Yes, everybody knows that we have the software engineering. So you see, there's a whole lot of courses that is actually lined up for you as a core member that you can pick from in this 1 year of your program. Please do make a value use of it, because nobody wants, I keep saying it, nobody wants to employ anybody who does not have anything to differentiate him or her, or to stand him or her out as what as the preferred, yes, for any job vacancy or any job opportunity. So you see, okay, I usually say it that because you find yourself in a CDS group, it's not a license for you to just waste away. No. For example, I served in Bauchi State, and I was privileged to have somebody who tutored me to make a judicial use of my 1 year. And I think today I give it up to that person, because he has been able to help me channel my life. The 1 year was not a waste at all. It wasn't a waste. It was actually very fruitful. So that brings me to saying once again that the only additional thing you can do to yourself is to pick up a digital skill as a core member in this 1 year of your service year. Also, okay, so displayed on the screen is actually the link for you to join. We have over 1,000 core members right now who have actually taken advantage of the deep program and have accessed the platform to learn different courses. At the moment, we have a whole lot that is presently active and quite running. A lot of core members are already gaining knowledge and also enjoying their classes. Okay, so displayed on the screen now is actually the link where you can join. Please do yourself a lot good by joining. And then I hope to welcome every one of you on board these different courses, and to entertain your different questions, and also to welcome you to, instead of a labor market, rather to a very favorable market where you will be relevant and very, very useful to any employer who tends to employ you. And if you intend to be an entrepreneur, why not? Yes, you can be able to beat your chest and know that you can deliver even while being your CEO of your company yourself. So yes, Maiwa, over to you right now. Maiwa, are you there?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Madam Luke Dukas. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. We are grateful. Thank you for that beautiful explanation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The registration link for the Deep program has been posted in the chat box, and if you have not registered yet, come on, what are you waiting for? Don't you want to get impacted? Don't you want to be better than what you are? Please register for a deep program. Ensure you pick a course. If you can't do multiple, pick one first. When you're done with one, you go for the next one. You can do all together, right? Through Christ that strengthens you. But pick one. Ensure you pick one. Ensure you're not left behind. You can post it to your group members, your WhatsApp group members, your family, your friends. One thing I learned from my boss is he's not limited to a particular set of persons. And don't forget, we spoke about inclusion. So we are open to everyone. Send this link out. Let them register. And you yourself, please register. Ensure you're not left behind. We also have another beautiful activity that we do in Mind the Gap in the CDS. Deep is just one. And remember, we spoke about policypreneur when we are in camp, just now that we are still in camp. Now, there is something called my SDG. We spoke about personal project and group project. This, my SDG, is talking about personal project. It's talking about what policy you align whatever you want to do with. Now, have you identified an SDG, one of the SDG goals, one of the SDG that you want to provide solution to? Have you actually picked up something? Now, why it's beautiful and it's very good is because you're still in camp. You can identify one of the goals and you bring up the digital, the skills you've learned from the deep program. You put them together and you provide a solution to your community. Ladies and gentlemen, the deep training is free. The deep training is free. You're not paying a dime. We don't pay in Mind the Gap. We don't do nothing like payments in Mind the Gap. Everything we do for you in this CDS is free. All of the facilitation, all of the courses you're going for is free. Please, I think Mind the Gap needs a round of applause. Please, can we put our hands together for Mind the Gap? Thank you so much, Mr. Tayo, once again, for making everything free. Things that will be paid for, but you get it for free. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be calling up on stage in person of Sebastian Chisom Mary. She's the project manager when it comes to my SDG. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss out on this. We have so many persons that has gotten themselves encountered with this, my SDG, and right now, wow, they are doing a whole lot outside of this program. Over to you, Miss Mary Chisom Sebastian.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. Good morning.
We can hear you.
Okay. So it's an honor to be here before you and to talk about a very important topic that has the power to change our future, our community, and the world at large. The world is facing pressing challenges: poverty, unemployment, lack of access of education, poor health care, and environmental crisis. In fact, if I ask some of you here to list the current challenges you're facing in camp now, I know we will not close from this meeting. So that's the challenges the world is facing. So to this, the world is in need, like in their need of problem solvers. Where are the social entrepreneurs? Where are the youth that will come up and see obstacles as a means of opportunity, to create opportunity? So that's the kind of people the world is looking for. And trust me, all eyes are on the youth, because the youth are the most energetic people in the whole wide world now. You guys are more energetic and innovative. So the whole world is looking up to you, because the progress of the world and even our country, Nigeria, lies on the shoulder of the youth. So Mind the Gap has come in to help you key into this social entrepreneur and become a problem solver. So what is social entrepreneur? So I would love to define this before I move forward to explain what my SDG is. So what is social entrepreneur? Social entrepreneur is not just about starting a business. It's not about starting a movement. You understand? It's about starting a movement. It's about seeing problem in our community, not as obstacle, but as opportunity to create real sustainable solution. So a social entrepreneur doesn't just chase profit. They chase impact, innovation, and long-term change. And that is the mindset we want to input in our youth, and especially you as a core member, because you have the greatest opportunity now. This your 1 year service is not just to catch cruise and maybe just follow it as it comes. It's an opportunity to do something very meaningful, that when you leave, you can say, oh, yes, I did this. And not just when you leave, it is something you can start a foundation that will take you through. Even after your service here, you might not go out looking for a job, because you have started an impactful project that can bring you recognition. Now, why is this important? Why should every young person here be thinking about social entrepreneurship? The first one is job creation and financial independence. Instead of waiting for a job, because the next question, if I should run an interview now, the next question is, what is your goal after NYSC? I want to look for a job. I want to, so many reasons, you understand? But you having that entrepreneurial mindset, you can create job for yourself and create job for people around you. So instead of waiting for job, you create job for yourself. You understand? And secondly, solving local problem. No one understands our challenges better than us. Who better to solve them than the young ones? So with our innovative mind, the government might not see the local problems we are passing through. The government is not even seeing what is happening in the camp. You are the eyes of the governor, of the government. You understand? So it's you that can see those problems and provide solutions to it. And thirdly, you can gain global recognition. Even as a core member now, you have opportunity. Trust me, the day you drop, that's your khaki. There are some offices you can comfortably enter with your khaki today. You will not be able to enter when you are just a normal civilian. So you have the greatest opportunity now. You can gain global recognition for your project, and that is where the My SDG comes in. My SDG is just a way of you as a core member identify a particular problem in your community and you take it up upon yourself to provide solution for it. So it becomes your CDS project. And this CDS project has to be linked to one of the My SDG goals, because the UN has been trying to solve all this problem I've been talking about, the poverty, the poor healthcare, the lack of access to quality education. The UN has been working tirelessly. For you to key into this, you have to identify a particular problem in your community and then solve it. And you will gain global recognition because organizations worldwide are funding social enterprise. That solves real problem. You can attract investors, you can attract grants and partnership if your idea has impact. So there is a whole lot of opportunity, you becoming a social entrepreneur and you running your CDS project. There is a vast opportunity that I can't say all of them here. But once you come into our communities, which I'm going to introduce to you later on, you are going to see so many opportunities and guidance. So fourthly, personal growth and leadership. Social entrepreneurs develop resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skill that set them apart in any career. So you will become not just anybody. You will no longer become normal. You will become a leader. You will become a leader in your community because you have developed yourself and your mindset has been transformed. When others are crying of the bad economy, the things that are not working in their communities, and so many other complaints we hear from our youth on a daily basis, you on your own end, from your own end, you are already thinking of, okay, this is a particular problem. This is also an opportunity. What can I do for this community? You're already creating business. You're creating solutions. So you don't think like others. So, and lastly, legacy and fulfillment. There are so many names we talk about today. Great men that have done an impactful thing. We still talk about them today. So you starting a foundation today or creating a solution today, you are leaving a legacy, even as a core member. Even if you leave this world, people will still talk about your organization. People will still talk about your solution. So you just don't want to die like a commoner. No. We are breathing on a daily basis to make impact. So make every moment count. Beyond money, social entrepreneurs build legacy. They create solutions that outlive them and positively shape the world. So social entrepreneurs don't wait for government or big corporations to solve this problem. They take action themselves. So we, Mind the Gap, want to make you action takers. We want to make you a problem solver. So we have built a thriving community of young change makers called the My SDG group. So they are turning these change makers, these youth in this group, they are turning their ideas into real world solution. You don't have to figure this out alone. In this community, we are here to help you. So we provide you with mentorship from experienced entrepreneurs, practical training on how you can launch and scale your social enterprise, and networking opportunity as well. You'll network with your fellow and core members, social entrepreneurs, and even your facilitators. You network and build brand around the project you are working on. And then access to so many, we'll post opportunities of grants, from organizations that are looking for these smaller problems, smaller organizations that are creating impact. They are looking for you. They are looking to support what you are doing. So we keep posting all those opportunities to be able to fund your projects. You understand? And we also have a site called for crowdfunding, which you get to understand when you join the community. So the community link will be posted. Do well to join. Do well to join. You just don't want to leave. You want to live for impact. Trust me. You just don't want to leave. You want to live for impact. We are the largest, most energetic people and most innovative generation in history, like I've said before. We don't take action. If you don't take action, who will? If you don't take action now, who will? So the world depends on you. So please take opportunity today and join our community. There are lots of training that you will be partaking of. There is the problem identification, there is ideation, there is launching phase, just every guidance and everything you need from start to finish to be able to launch your CDS project and become a grounded social entrepreneur is all available for you. So don't take this opportunity for granted. I'll be waiting to welcome you in the community. Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sebastian Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was explicit. Come on, guys. Can we celebrate Sebastian? Thank you so much for doing a whole lot. Thank you for all you do for SDG. Thank you for all you do for Nigerian youth. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. Thank you so much, Sebastian. We are grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. If you are motivated and you're part of the people that want to take Policypreneur to the next level, my SDG to the next level, that WhatsApp group link has been sent to the chat box. What are you waiting for? Go there. She's there to guide you. She's there to handhold you. She's there to help you to provide a solution to your community. You don't just want to serve and just serve because you came to serve. You want to serve because you want to make impact. Ladies and gentlemen, everything for you to succeed is made available. Now, it's now your choice to make a proper decision to decide if you want to be like the NFAs. My boss wrote a book called Youthnomics. Youthnomics, you can go to the your app store, you can download it for free. My boss, Mr. Tayo Oloshede, wrote a book, Youthnomics, where he spoke about the 4 kinds of youth. The self-driven. Are you a self-driven youth? Or you're just there because you don't want to be part of those people that want to make a difference? Now, if you want to be a self-driven youth, it is up to you. If you want to also be an NFA youth, it's also up to you. The ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 types of youth. You ensure you just want to be one of those youth that actually know what they want to do, self-driven, and also other of the youths that we have in Nigeria. I'm sure you don't want to be the type that just say, okay, my daddy's wealth will be what I'm going to make use of. You need to read that book. You need to actually, I wouldn't tell you the 4 types of youth right now because I want you to go read. Please, the admin, you can help us drop the link to the Youthnomics, and for people to go down there to download Youthnomics. It's one of the books that has helped me so much to identify purpose, to identify what kind of person I am and where I am functioning, where I want to actually make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole lot for you. There's a whole lot for you. It is all around you. It is in front of you. It is just for you to make the decisions to be better, for you not to remain where you are. My SDG is there. The DEEP program is here. The activities in the CDS, hackathon, mentorship, school adoption, even welfareism is part of what we do in digital Onboarders CDS / also digital literacy for all. We also go to marketplaces to sensitize people. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to just pass through this platform and don't gain anything. We are here and we're ready to make and help you make the most of your service here. Please bring up all your arsenals to ensure that you're not just remaining the same. We have come to the end of today's program. We want to say thank you for joining the virtual orientation and integration session of DL for All, and also and also the DL for all and Digital Onboarders CDS members. We are here to say thank you and welcome on board. We're going to be seeing you in our WhatsApp group. We're going to be sending also the link to the Youthnomics for you all to go to App Store to download your App Store, your iOS. Is all there available for you for free. We remember what we said, what we do in Mind the Gap, all for free. We don't take no token from you. Anybody in your CDS, in your camp that is saying he's part of Mind the Gap or DL for all that is getting any funds or taking funds from you, that is not us. We are here to say we are ready for you. We are ready for all of us to make the impact in Nigeria. I want to give in 1 or 2 questions, opportunity for a question. You can type it in the chat box to see if you have a question that you want to get clarified. And in that same accord, you could actually give us feedback, right? It will be very good for us to have feedback from you. If the session was worthwhile and you want to get your friends to go back to our YouTube channel to watch this session. This session is one you wouldn't want to stop watching. In case you want to get motivated again, go back and just play the first 5-10 minutes. And first, you hear what Mr. Tayo said. You can also listen to the deep program, what Mr. Lucas Dayo has said. You can also listen to what Madam Chisom Sebastian has spoken about my SDG. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all in your WhatsApp group. We are in front of you on our WhatsApp and our social media handles. Mind the Gap on all platforms. You're going to see it. Follow us on all our platforms, on X, on LinkedIn. And we believe that you all are going to thank you so much for dropping it. That are our social media handles. Ladies and gentlemen, there is power in numbers. And we believe that all of us, once we are all together, turn on the notification because we have so much on our social media platforms for you to learn. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time. See you on Thursday for our National CDS meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you don't want to miss out. Thank you once again. Thank you for spending and taking out time out of your busy schedule in camp. And here you are making use. You're already making the most of your service here. You need to tell yourself you're doing well. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we sign out, all of us from Mind the Gap, all of us from DL for all. We want to say thank you. Thank you to all of my team members that we made this happen. Thank you so much for your relentless efforts. Thank you for all of us from backstage. We say thank you. Without you, we can't do this. And without you that have tuned in to these sessions, we can't actually make this happen. Thank you so much, Mr. Tayo, once again. And all of the staffs of Mind the Gap, thank you. And see you next week, Thursday, by 10, same time. And we're going to make it one that you won't forget. Thank you.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.